Boom! You got Driving with John. You got the Grumpy Trucker. How you guys doing tonight? I can't see who's in here yet because I just started it, but leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're in here. I have solved all the traffic problems. Well, I can't take credit for it. A comment on one of my videos, it's the perfect solution. It solves every traffic problem we've ever had in the United States. All it takes is a mountain of money and a lot of people willing to work. And I think we have that here, right? In the United States. What do you think, Frank? Grumpy Trucker.
Somewhat. We got plenty of money, but just getting the government to give it up. That's a big issue.
All right. I'm getting some notifications here. I got 3, 4, 5 people in here. All right. Guys, jump in here. Leave me a comment. I haven't told you my solution yet, but I'm going to solve all the traffic problems all over the whole country. Simple solution. Easy to do. Well, okay, that's a lie. Not easy to do. And it's not my idea. I'm not going to take credit for it. I'm going to tell you, it was a comment that somebody left on a video of mine, and I was so impressed by their comment that was so well thought out, and I'm going to try to remember what it said and try to repeat it. So if I miss anything and you're in the comment section, make sure that you comment down below, and heck, I'll bring you in. You can talk about it. Friggin' awesome idea. We're going to talk about this. We're going to joke around and have some fun. Guys, thank you for coming in. Make sure you sign in the comment section. Let me know you're here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't done it yet. Facebook and YouTube on my site and on the Grumpy Old Trucker over here. So, all right. You ready to talk about traffic issues?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. All right, let's go for it. I'm feeling a little hyper all of a sudden. So I went live in a while. All right. So I got a comment on a video. It was a left lane, truckers in the left lane. One guy was tailgating another truck. There's a truck in the right lane. The one guy was camping. The other guy was tailgating. Just all 3 of the truckers just screwing things up because the right guy could have slowed down. The guy camping could have maybe not been camping. The guy in the left lane, that was tailgating, shouldn't have been tailgating. They were all screwing it up. In that video, someone left a comment, and it was ingenious. And I have to talk about it. So I'm going to tell you guys what his idea was. I'm not going to claim that it's mine. It's not. But it's a great idea. So we're gonna talk about the idea. You guys are going to comment about the idea. We're going to tear it apart, build it back up. Maybe catch the right person's eye and, hey, solve all the world's problems with traffic in one video. I know that's a lot of aspirations for one video, but we can do it, don't you think?
Yep.
Okay, Frank. Don't be afraid to talk now, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got in the comment section. Well, we got our friend, our compadre, Truckin' City Media, which, by the way, guys, if you're tuning in, it's not Truckin' City Media tonight. Unfortunately, the schedule did not allow him to be on tonight, so I went live to tell you my solution to all traffic problems all over the whole country, and you guys are just going to be amazed by this idea. So make sure you stay tuned. But how you doing, Truckin' City Media? He says, oh boy, I got to hear this one. It's got to be a doozy. Oh, it's a doozy, all right. Hi-de-ho. All right. And then his last comment was, much doo-doo. Too much doo-doo. All right. What you're doing when you're driving down the road, we don't need to hear about that. Don't be putting it in my comment section. Leave your doo-doo in your truck or in the toilet or wherever you do your doo-doo. Okay? Don't do doo-doo in the comment section. All right. All right. So here's the idea. I got some people rolling in now. So again, I posted a video and a guy commented on it. And it was a well thought out, well worded comment, basically solving all the traffic issues. Well, I won't say all. 98% of the traffic issues that truckers and cars suffer through on a daily basis. Hang on. So his idea was, it's he didn't specify, so I'm going to give you 2 choices. But old school trucking, evening guy. Throw that up here real quick. He's a member, by the way, guys. If you're a member or you send a super chat, you get priority. I read your comment as soon as I see it. Everybody else, you have to wait until I get to you, if I get to you. No offense, but that's how it works. Cody Kramer said, so what's the genius idea? It's not my idea. I don't know who. Somebody on Facebook left it on a video. So here it is, okay? So we're sending all this money to all these other countries and to all this stuff that, you know, honestly, we don't need to really do. So if you take that mountain of money that is sent everywhere else and you invest it in an infrastructure, now, not just any infrastructure, you're going to either add 2 more lanes onto the highway that are only CDL lanes, or you're going to create a road just for CDL trucks. Either way, I think adding on would be easier. Now, if you go in those 2 lanes and you're not a CDL holder in a CDL vehicle, there's prison time. Okay, build that all over our major interstates. All of a sudden, now we don't have to deal with the 4-wheelers. The 4-wheelers don't have to deal with us. The only idiots we have to deal with is the new truck drivers that don't know what the heck they're doing. No offense if that's you, but it is something we do have to deal with. But at least it limits it. And anybody that doesn't have a job or needs a job, that infrastructure project would be so huge that it would put millions to work, literally. Like you could build it with the people that don't have jobs right now or that need money, which is just about everybody. So Chicken Cinnamon says, oh, huge fines. Yes, not huge fines, prison time. If you end up in a truck lane, you get prison time. I don't know what you guys think of this idea, but, and I've heard it proposed in the past, but it just kind of blew my mind away. I thought, this is not a bad idea. I mean, think about it. All that money that we spend overseas to other countries and to places that hate us and don't treat us right, use that money to build the best semi-truck or CDL, we'll call it CDL, roadway, either separate or right next to the highway, and problem solved.
About a commercial lane.
Yeah, well, not just a commercial lane. It has to be separated because, you know, if you don't have a barrier wall, you're going to get people going on that shouldn't be on it. There's got kind of like in New Jersey, only they allow cars on that one. But if they didn't, how they have it separate cars and trucks, do that everywhere. Only have cars and trucks, semi-trucks on one side, everybody else on the other side. And that solves the problem. Cody Kramer says on Facebook, oh, how about instead of all this, just do what Las Vegas does and allow commercial vehicles in the carpool lanes. Again, that's us intermingling with the 4-wheelers, which cause all the problems. So I just thought it was a good idea. He laid it out much better than I'm telling you, I'm sure, but it was an insane idea. Make sure if you're coming in here, I see I got a crowd coming in, make sure you drop your name, say hi, something in the comment section. Let me know that you're here. If you leave a super chat or you're a member, you obviously get priority in reading of comments, but I will get to most of you, I'm sure. So Frank, what you got to say about that? What are your thoughts on that idea?
You know, they said that they were going to do something like this some years back, and so far hasn't accomplished it. So, you know, my opinion is it would be a great idea if it was just strictly for us big truck drivers, including Class B truck drivers, because I think it would take a lot of the strenuous activity off of the car roads. Not to mention, it's going to make it a lot easier for repairs because then they only got to worry about our lanes that has to have the most repairs done to it.
Okay. Well, Cody Kramer says it's a good idea on paper. So I've been thinking about this. I'm weird. When I get a comment that really is intriguing to me, I obsess over it. So I've been obsessing over this. So explain to me on paper, yes, it looks good, but in principle, what could go wrong? What do you think, Cody? You seem to be vocal, so put it in the comment section. Be the devil's advocate. Tell me what could go possibly wrong. Now, earlier today, I was talking to another YouTuber and truck driver, and I think you were on the phone with me at the time, Frank, weren't you? I mean, Grumpy Trucker.
I was.
Sorry if I keep calling you Frank. I'm John. He's
That's
Frank.
right.
I'm driving with John. He's Grumpy Trucker over there. So, yeah. And so he said that he believes it'll happen, but only when autonomous trucks come around because they're going to want to separate those from the people. I'm saying don't wait for autonomous trucks. Yes, they're going to come someday, way up in the future. But let's get the roads built now for all of us and separate the traffic so that the truckers can get our jobs done. Just imagine going through Atlanta, rush hour traffic, the car lanes are all backed up, everybody's coming home from work, you're in the CDL lane going, you and about 100 other guys. Come on, you can't picture this. This would be awesome for the infrastructure. It'd be awesome for trucking. It'd be awesome for the cars because they don't have to deal with us and we're not in their way, right? It's a win, 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 win.
Instead of being a whole day to Atlanta, it'd be a half a day to Atlanta.
Well, it never takes me that long to get through Atlanta. Chicago one time did take me an entire day to go through. There was a festival going on or something. It was insane. It was really bad. All right, Cody. Cody, I don't know who you are, but I'm guessing you're a truck driver. You got a lot to say about this, and I like that. So he's on Facebook too, guys. So would we now have 2 exits instead of 1 when it comes to off ramps and on ramps? Now, if you've ever been on the Jersey Pike over in Jersey, they would have, they do have 2. They have a ramp from one to the other, and they feed together to exit onto the road. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. The exit ramps would have to be shared at one point or another, but
they'd probably have to build it similar to how they have it down in Texas with their express lanes down there. You'd have an exit that comes up about half a mile to a mile back from wherever you're getting ready to have a main exit. So that way you have time to get over.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even think of that. Now that you brought up that question. Now, you would only need exits on truck roads off the truck lanes. Mm-hmm. If it's not a truck road, there would be no exit for it, which would also prevent newbies from taking exits they shouldn't be taking. Bang! Even better idea. Look at that. Cody says, yes, sir. So, Cody, how long have you been driving? I don't think I've seen you in one of my lives. Maybe I have. Name sounds kind of. I know I've seen your comments before. I know that for sure. So, guys, I see there's a whole gaggle of people on here. Come on, guys. Jump in the comment section. What do you think? Is it a good solution, bad solution? Be devil's advocate. Tell me how it won't work. I mean, obviously, our government happened to agree to all this and it being voted past, and that's a whole headache to think about. But take that out of it. The rest of it, very, very possible. Hey, are you clicking comments? 20 plus years. Oh, there you go, Cody. 20 plus years. Wow. He's an old timer like you. I'm a young pup. As you can tell by my gray right here.
Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call that came through. I apologize.
Who are you? Oh,
I'm still here.
Oh, look at that. How you doing, Sean? Who are you? Well, I'm driving with John. Most people that come into my lives know that, and I know you know that. And this is Grumpy Trucker over here. He's from Oklahoma. I'm from Florida. We drive big old semi trucks all over the place. Did you hear my idea, Sean? Let me know what you think. It's actually not my idea. I can't take credit for it. A comment on a video I made where rather than send all this money that we send all overseas, bring it back and a big infrastructure, build 2 lanes just for semi-trucks to get them away from everybody else. The semi-trucks would be happy. The cars would be happy. Permits? Trucking City Media permits. Well, I don't know what that means. So maybe it means I permit you to put your comment on my screen. I don't know. Sean says thumbs up. Cody says the problem with everyone is in trucking is everyone has a fix all, and if you don't like my idea, I won't like your idea, and we'll get nowhere. Oh no, I'm not like that. Like I am one of those people that I am willing to sit down at a table with somebody I totally disagree with and compromise. But you're right. When it gets to Washington, it's all either this side or this side, and there is no in between, and that's where it dies. And we all know that. But it's fun to entertain anyway. So.
That's a big word he made.
For construction? For construction. Is that where you construct a fork, or I don't know? I seem to be picking on him an awful lot tonight. I don't know. Hey, he's driving down the road right now, using voice to comment. I'm sure, but I'm sure he's probably screaming. I don't know. He's probably not driving. He's probably just taking the night off because he couldn't make a video because of scheduling issues because of trucking. So if you're here to see Trucking City Media and all that, I'm sorry, guys. Boss Man was unable to schedule around that tonight, so we actually are going to do that on Saturday with our normal broadcast on Saturday. Make sure you join us 11 a.m. on Saturday. But that was my brainiac idea. And you guys, I love comments. Put them in there. I will read them. Make them funny if you want to, because I love to joke around. So Frank, you got anything else you want to add to the conversation?
Well, let's see. Here's the deal I see. Of course, y'all know that do know me, know that I've been driving for 23 plus years. And I just want to say this. The original concept of doing what we are talking about here was designed by the interstate system, which was originally for interstate commerce, meaning for us commercial drivers as well as for the military use. But once the four-wheelers discovered that it was a nice little route for them, that's whenever they bombarded us and they took it over, and the government allowed it. So that's kind of made it a mess over the years.
Oh, you're going to upset a lot of people. Dropping facts like that, man, you're going to upset a lot of people. But yeah, the interstate system was built originally. I'm not disagreeing with you. It was originally built for the military, and then yes, semi trucks were then the next reason. But people, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. The truth is, without me, without him, without Cody, without Trucking City Media and all the other truckers out there, you don't get your stuff. That's the truth. And the highway was made for us to bring you your stuff. And like my shirt says, truckers are people too. The reason why I use that is because y'all are on the highway looking at us thinking, oh, that big mean evil truck's in my way. No, we're people. We're doing our job. We're supplying for a family. That's why I have that saying. If you ever wondered why I wear this shirt, by the way, it is available in the Driving with John store. Shameless plug. There you go. So there's the Driving with John at. But check it out sometime. But yeah, that is 100% why the highways were created. So Trucking City Media says someone in the live stream needs to get to know you.
Huh?
I'm married. I'm not looking to get to know anybody any better. So Trucking City Media. I'm just saying. This isn't a dating live, Yeah, exactly. Cody says question mark. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Cody. I don't know.
Maybe that voice to text is getting to him.
Yeah, maybe that voice to text is getting to him. Or, maybe it's time for a random. I'm just saying. By the way, if you're not a truck driver and you're watching, a random is where DOT calls up the company and says, I need Driving with John to go pee in a cup and possibly blow in a breathalyzer right now. And you don't get a choice to say no. You don't get anything. You got to go do it right away. So, yeah, not enough beer or Jack in the planet to make that happen. I've heard of beer goggles, but never Driving with John goggles. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Now we got some comments in here. Efren says, hey guys, I hear a lot of people saying that general knowledge written test is the first one you take at the I'm jumping around here. Jumping around. Sorry, Ethan. Ethan, right? I think that's how you say it. If I mispronounce your name, I'm just a dumb trucker. All right. So don't hold it against me. DPS, but come to find out it's actually Texas special requirements, right? I'm not familiar with Texas. You might know, Frank, but I don't. If anybody from Texas knows the answer to that, please let everyone know. I know in Florida, yes, you take a written knowledge on your CDL, on hazmat, on combination, air brakes, tanker. That's all written. And then you also have to then take a driving
That's
test with an official. So
that's pretty much law with every state. To my knowledge, is you have to take the written test, which gives you the permit, which if you pass a course, and then you go on to do your training in school. But before you have to take that test and pass it before you can even get enrolled into school.
Yep. Says yes, you have to drive to a specific location. Maybe she's talking about when you take your test. I don't know. Brittany, right? Brittany, is that what that says? Yeah, Brittany. Go ahead and elaborate on that one a little bit. Oh, look at that. I'll mention that in a second. Sean says, I would love an extra route that takes trucks away from my house. They use the road in upstate New York to skip the portion of 390 and 90. That's why I want more roundabouts. Oh, not more roundabouts, please. No.
Oh no, that's terrible. We can tell this guy is not a driver.
No, but I actually know Sean. He's a good guy. So I'm sure you guys love those. Yeah, exactly. No, we don't.
No.
You know what? Actually, you could, and most truckers are going to get mad at me for saying this, but you can actually talk to your local politicians and try to get the designation of a road changed for trucks not to be on it. But the problem with that is if there's an industrial area anywhere along there, you're not going to be able to get that passed. But that would be my solution, is go the political route, because telling a truck driver he can't take a shortcut when he's low on time or low on hours, yeah, I'm not going to be able to give you any advice on that one.
No.
Look at that, Trucking City Media. You pick on the guy and he buys you 5 new memberships. Oh wow, thank you, Trucking City Media. I wonder who got them, guys. If you got a membership, let me know. That would be on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I do apologize, but you can subscribe to my channel on Facebook, where it's a membership type thing. I do release videos every once in a while. More on a personal note, not so much trucking heavy, but basically answering any questions you want to know. I view Old School Trucking says, I view those pesky 4-wheelers as
a nuisance.
A nuisance out on the highways. Sorry, it's really small writing, guys. There are other wannabe CMB drivers who should be, who shouldn't be in possession of a CDL. 100% agree with that. 100%.
I do too.
There are, and now see, that's coming from someone that's been driving for much shorter than you, Old School, or even Cody. Like, I've only been driving like 7 years. Okay, I don't candy code it. I don't lie. I won't train anybody because I don't believe I'm well enough at a point where I can train. But I will tell you, being an older dude coming into this, I was mature enough and understood that I didn't know it all. And I asked a lot of questions, watched a lot of videos, basically taught myself a lot of things, because no offense to you guys probably aren't this way, but a lot of old school drivers don't teach anymore. So if I found one that did, man, I would pull on their ear like crazy, just trying to get as much knowledge to drop out as possible, so I could learn things.
I wouldn't have known you.
Yeah, I didn't know you back then, but now, I'm not saying I'm the best driver out there. I'm sure y'all are all better than I am, 100%. But I can handle a truck. I can back a truck. I can put it in holes. I can do anything I need to do my job effectively, safely. After 7 years with no accidents, violations, nothing. So I think I can confidently say I can do my job. So, Cody says, take the written test, then next is your permit. Next, get your permit. Yeah. See, are you from Texas? In Florida, when you take the written test, that gets you your permit. And then you go to school, and then you learn in school, and then they test you at the end of school. So,
Mhm. That's how it works here in Oklahoma also.
Nan says hi. Hi, Nan.
Hi, Nan.
Brittany says yes. The drug test. Yes. Yeah, that's the random. I actually had one the other day. It's the first time. Have you ever? I got to say this. It's crazy to me. I'm 52 years old. Okay, I'm not a young dude here. I'm old. I admit it. I'm Generation X all the way. Old. All right. So, Frank, Grumpy Trucker, have you ever taken a breathalyzer test?
Yes.
Yes. I'm 52. They sent me in for a random, and it was not only drug, it was also alcohol. 52. First time I've ever taken a breathalyzer in my entire life was a couple of days ago. It's the first random I've had probably 5 randoms in 7 years, but that's the first one that I ever had a breathalyzer on. So that just blew my mind. I was like, wow, I had to take a breathalyzer. So, and the nurse didn't believe me. They're like, you're 52. You've had to have taken a breath. Like, no, I never have. I never had to take a breathalyzer in my life. So, old school says no roundabouts. Yeah, 100% on that one. Yeah. Why is it lately they're building roundabouts everywhere? They're just all over the place. They're just popping up. It's crazy. Save time and headache and just move. LOL.
Well, you want my opinion on why they're building
I'm guessing Cody's from Texas. Sure. Go ahead. What's your opinion on roundabouts?
From the stories I've heard from people that work for the states and counties, they stated that it's cheaper for them to build the roundabout than it is to put up traffic lights and mess with traffic lights all the time.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah, but it sucks for truck drivers. Okay, I see on I'm on my tablet also. I see that Toga got gifted a membership, which he deserves one. Dude, Toga's awesome. Steve Sleeve got a membership. Welcome aboard, Steve. Judy got one. Judy Shope. Big Z. How you doing, Big Z? Thank you. Actually, you should thank Trucking City Media because he bought you a membership this month. And Casey, I'll just call you Casey. I'm not going to mess up your name. Sorry. Guys, I do have membership videos already posted. You're welcome to go look at them, comment on them. If I see your comment, I will make another video. If it's a comment worth replying to that I can't just type in quick, then I will make a whole video about your comment. A membership video anyway. I don't share that stuff publicly because my members get special treatment. So go check them out, guys. All my new members, go check them out. That's awesome. Thank you, Trucking City Media. I really do appreciate it. Brittany on YouTube says trucks need to be considered M. Am I saying that wrong?
No, you read it right. I don't know what she means by M unless she
the next comment. Yeah. More often. Trucks need to be considered more often. Yes. Yeah, when they're building roads and roundabouts, they don't consider trucks at all, if that's what that was in reference to.
And even the ones that trucking for us are not real fun to go around.
Old School Trucking says, I've been driving for 21 years. I salute you, man. Thank you. And this guy next to me here, 23 years, right? 24?
23, almost 24 years.
Almost 24 years. So, guys, I respect you guys. You guys have been out here for 20, 30 years. I always wanted to be a trucker. I've told this story in the past, but there's new people in here, so I'll tell it real quick. I always wanted to be a trucker, but I got married, had kids, didn't want to be away when my kids were growing up. My kids grew up, and there was a point in our lives, and I looked at my wife, and my wife, a point where I could make a random crazy change in my life. And my wife said, you always want to be a trucker, go do it. So I did. And I don't regret it. I know why I always wanted to be a trucker. I knew I'd feel this way. I really enjoy being out on the open road. Like, yes, people cut me off. Yes, there's a lot of things that annoy you and drive you crazy, but it's my happy place. It's where life makes sense, is when I'm out in between the lines. It doesn't make sense anywhere else, but in between the lines, it makes a world of sense to me. So, Cody, we have tons of vehicles on the road that should require CDL, like the F-350 dragging a motorhome and a boat behind it. You know what? That's true. Actually, that brings up a really good question, Cody. You guys might know this. You know those huge RVs that you spend like $250,000 or $500,000 on? I was talking to one of those guys. They don't need a CDL to drive those, but they're almost as big as a rig. They're as tall as a rig. Maybe they're not as heavy as a rig, but like, why aren't they should require some sort of a special endorsement. I mean, don't you guys agree with me? What do you think?
Rumor had it here a while back. They were trying to get a law passed for that, but I don't think it ever succeeded.
I mean, that would have to be a state by state thing, obviously, but I'm just like, I just couldn't imagine. Like, I could handle one, but I have a CDL. But
Yeah.
a lot of people, I mean, they come out of their office jobs and they buy these $500,000 RVs, which is awesome. I'm happy they can, and they can do that. Just don't do stupid things on the highway in front of me. But living in Florida, I see a lot of that. So you have something else to add to that, Frank? Seemed like you want to say something else.
No, go ahead.
No. Oh, Cody said I meant travel trailer. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's crazy. And then the reason why they're not CDLs because they're not commercial. But I think in that situation, length and weight matters. It really does. You got an F-350 hauling a travel trailer with a boat behind it. I've seen it. Oh, look at that. Thumbs up, guys.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do that. That's just reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up just because of that. I don't know why. But it's not a commercial vehicle, so they don't need a CDL. But I think there's a point that you gotta have something special for people that drive something that's bigger and longer like that weighs a certain amount.
I think they should make some kind of a special license similar to the CDL that requires for that. But especially if they've never actually operated and moved things around that big, they really need to go through some kind of a training course, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I see wrecks all the time because people don't understand how they operate and the weight and all that on them.
You know what I see in Florida a lot? I bet you I've seen this in 7 years of driving in and out of Florida. I bet you I've seen at least 8 to 10 trucks that were hauling a trailer or RVs that were on fire. And they always start by the wheel well. Gee, I wonder why. So
fire in a hole.
Yeah, fire in a hole. But it happens a lot. It really does. Now you know why I said the last comment. No random required. Nice, wise guy.
That's what I said. Fire in a hole.
Yeah, fire in a hole. Actually, no, you're the random nice guy because you bought membership. So I'm going to be nice to you this time. I could do something to you right there, but I'm not going to. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And to all my new members, guys, go check out my new membership or my membership videos. Should be a new one coming out soon. Cody says, I love drug testing days. Drugs. He loves testing drug. Wait. I love testing drugs.
I'm almost I'm tongue-tied on that one also.
I actually read it wrong, but right. You know what I mean? Did I say it wrong? Maybe I said it wrong.
Maybe he does drug testing for people. So that would make sense.
No, he's a truck driver. He says he loves testing drugs. I don't know if I said that right. If I did, I get it. That's hilarious. If not, then Cody, don't test drugs and drive. Speaking of randoms, I took one past Friday, first in 35 years of working. Really? Wow. Oh, I guess it's just me. Oh, no, he's back. I don't know what the heck
about that. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you had to go take a random, right? That was his first one last Friday in 35 years of working. His first random. That's crazy. And I've been driving 7 years, and I bet you I've had at least 5 or 6. So that's crazy. Wow. Heck, last year I got 2, and this year I had 1 already. That's 3 in the last 2 years. So I don't know what they think I'm up doing, but I'm boring as heck. I've been studying for drug tests for years. Washington State has a love affair with roundabouts. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Girl in the semi, how you doing? Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. There's also, if you go into like Pennsylvania, they're starting to build a ton of them. Connecticut, there's a ton of them now. They're popping up everywhere. I hate roundabouts. New York, starting to do it too. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, getting over a little bug. You miscombobulated animals.
Where do you see it says you
Or
discombobulated
discombobulated animals. Miscombobulated, discombobulated, blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Potato.
Are you talking about truckers or people too? Because no, we're not animals. We're people. See, I have proof. It says on a shirt. If it says on a shirt, it must be true. We're people. Boy, the boy that has wait, the boy, the chosen one. Yeah, you go on with your animal. You go on with your animal self there, the boy. I'm gonna start calling you the boy. Cody Kramer, stop signs work wonders. LOL. Yes. Yes.
Well,
stop
a
signs.
lot of roundabouts have stop signs, and they also have yield signs. So
actually,
there you go.
Not all roundabouts have stop signs.
Not all. No, I didn't say all. I said a lot.
Oh yeah, most of them have yield signs. Most of them have yield signs.
Yeah,
most of them have most of them have yield signs. So I'm gonna be careful about reading some of these comments because there's a lot of people in here that I don't know, and there's people that say things that are kind of. This one's probably okay though. You don't need to wait at the red light when you have a roundabout. That's true. You don't have to wait at a red light.
Yeah.
But some of those roundabouts, they're just not set up for semis. But they're on semi roads. It's crazy.
Or you could be going around circles like they did on that one movie. What I'm trying to think. It's got a
National Lampoon's something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Well, here's the thing. There are different types of roundabouts too. Like I don't even know how we got in a roundabout thing. I think Sean brought it up originally, but here's the thing about roundabouts. There are different types. If it's a roundabout that has a high curb on the inside when you're coming around this way, has a high curb. I don't like those. Because when your trailer tracks, when you're turning, every truck driver knows this, your trailer tracks towards that curb. I don't mind the ones that are like very steady like this and they go up on a kind of hump. I don't mind those because the trailer can take that just fine. It's the curbs. I hate those because then you get cars that don't understand your trailer's tracking wide and it creates a big issue. So, how you doing, Lorianne? Growing a semi. I started in 1980. Switch over to your YouTube channel. Oh. Nan.
Oh, she went from Facebook to YouTube.
Oh, that was Nan before. Okay. I know who Girl in a Semi is. I didn't know who Nan was. I get it now. All right. How you doing? Oh, yeah, 1980. Yeah, here's a funny conversation we had today with another YouTuber. I was picking on him about Generation X. I said, "You're not Generation X." He said, "I was born in 1980." So he was born the year you started driving a truck. Just let that sink in, guys. Girl in a Semi has been driving a truck since 1980. Guys, hats off. She's got to be one of the original women truck drivers in the existence of truck driving.
She's been in the commercial industry since 1980. Some of the time she's done other things that was related with commercial, but she has done a lot of driving throughout those years.
That's crazy, though. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Being in the trucking industry, how many years is that? That's 20 plus 24. That's 44 years. 44 years of being in this industry. I'm surprised you're not jumbled in the brain. I would be after that. No, not lately. But thanks for coming in there, 44, 54, 24, 634.
I'm happy all the time, to be honest with you. Aren't you, John?
Yes, we're very happy people. I'm happily married to my happily married wife. So, but thank you for coming in.
I have a happily married wife as well.
Really? Who's she married to?
I don't know, some old grumpy codger.
Sorry, that was too
Imagine
easy.
that.
Trucking with John, driving with John, not trucking with John, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Here's a piece of information. I turned 51 before Thanksgiving. Woo! Yeah. Well, I'm 52, so I'm older than you.
Well,
Wow.
you got me beat.
Yes. Yeah. The dude with all the experience over here is younger than me. Just saying.
Mhm.
Old school.
I'm not
My
afraid to
bad.
admit it. I'll be actually
My
45
bad driving
in
with
September.
John. Dude, don't worry about it. Call me trucker with John. Call me driving with John. Call me John. Call me a toilet. I don't care. I don't get offended.
Never call him late for dinner.
No, that'll piss me off. Don't do that. Oh, there's another person that wants to know how happy we are. We're so happy. I'm happy that
We
you
are
came
the
in.
happiest gentlemen around.
Yes, I'm happily married. I'm very happy. Happy to be a truck driver. Happy that you came in and left that comment. All right, Cody Kramer.
Just what he said.
Yep. Oh, I'm just looking at some of the comments coming up. Sorry. At the same time, you have people with undersized trucks pulling trailers and getting blown over at the first wind gust. Yeah. Actually, I saw a truck the other day. A car. It wasn't a truck, but it was hauling a U-Haul trailer, right? And those things are rated at 55 miles an hour for a reason. This guy's going down the highway, and this trailer's doing this. As he's going down the highway, I'm like, oh my goodness, 70 miles an hour. I'm like, he's going to lose that. He didn't lose it. I don't know how. He didn't lose it, but it was jumping all over the place. Guys, when you rent those U-Haul trailers, read it right on the fender. Rated at 55. There's a reason. Those tires can't handle that kind of speed.
Nope.
All right. Alien says that he's happy, or he or she is happy. I don't know if it's a he or
That's
she.
good.
You're happy. That's good. I'm glad you're happy too. If you guys are wondering why we're using the word happy, because YouTube doesn't like that word. So if you say the word happy, YouTube's happy about that. So we're happy. We're happy that you're happy that we're happy.
Precisely.
That's cool, man. Thank you, BVZY. Busy. Thank you.
Okay. Interesting.
Are they? Are they? I don't know. Are they? I don't know. I feel like, what was that old skit? Who's on first? I feel like he's playing that game with us right now. No idea. Yeah, I have no idea either. I have lots of ideas, but none of them are good. All right, Lorianne, hello. I already said hello. Uh-oh.
No. Well, maybe she was waiting on me to say hello, Lorianne.
Oh, wait. She's on YouTube now. She was on Facebook before. That's why. You know what? Maybe one of the kids have the thing. Hey, Trucking City Media, your kids are online at 10 o'clock at night. Just saying. Sorry. That's a joke. LOL.
What was he joking about?
I don't know. The drug testing.
All my hair is just about gone.
It was probably the drug tester. It was probably the drug tester guy. Yeah, Cody, the drug tester guy. Yeah, we knew that was a joke, man. Come on, you wouldn't be in a semi truck if you were testing drugs.
Precisely.
Trucking City Media, we have a great sense of humor. We like to joke around and have some fun. So don't be afraid of that. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings any. Some bus style RVs do require a CDL. Now that doesn't make sense. Trucking City Media.
No.
I'd like you to prove that to me, because a bus style RV is a recreational vehicle. CDL means commercial driver's license. Think about it. Commercial.
The only time that'd be considered a commercial vehicle is if it's used commercially, like hauling around famous movie stars or something like that. Then it's considered commercially.
Well, they're not a commodity. Why would that be commercial? That's still personal.
Because it's just like
if you ask them, they think they're a commodity, but they're not. So
some are probably pretty old to be commodities.
5 and 13 years. Oh, he's telling us his 5 and 13-year-olds online right now.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I almost
Wait
got,
a minute. I didn't know you had a
almost got excited.
13-year-old.
Oh, wait, 5 and 13 years. Oh, I know what he's saying. He's had 5 randoms in 13 years.
Oh,
That's what he's saying.
yeah,
That's what
that
he's
makes
saying.
sense.
He's had 5. And the other guy had 1 in like 50 years or whatever it was. It's crazy. I almost got excited at this one. No offense, TSU, but I almost said Timu. So,
A Timamoo.
Timu. That's an inside joke, guys. Sorry. I thought you were talking about women. Nope, not talking about women. We're talking about trucking or roads.
Yep.
Or Timu or something. But
Or we can talk
Debbie
about
Jeffries,
roundabouts and see Big Ben 100 times.
Or Big Frank, who knows? So Debbie Jeffries says, "No, superheroes aren't people. You're a special breed. I hate those roundabouts." Let me correct you right now. I am nobody's hero. I do this to make money, to provide for my family. I don't do this to provide for yours. It just happens to be that's what they pay me to do, but I'm nobody's hero. I hate when people call truckers heroes. We're not. Military, hero. Trucker, not hero. We're just doing our job. But thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you for coming in. There's some fireworks for you. Awesome. So, are you a hero, Frank? Let me ask you that. Are you a hero, Frank?
Only to my kids and my wife, I think.
Oh, awesome. I hope I'm a hero to my kids. Sometimes I think I'm the butt of the joke, but yeah. Or just the butt. Who knows?
At least they're not the butt of the ham or the butt of the loaf of bread.
I think sometimes I'd rather be that than the butt of the joke, but Puerto Rico is in the box. How you doing, drivers? Is that what it says?
That's what it says, but alrighty then. That's why I was kind of giggling and catching up on that
Joe
one.
Mac, I got a question for you. Either he's saying he's from Puerto Rico and he's leaving a comment, which I do appreciate that very much. Or if you're putting Puerto Rico in a box, how are you shipping that? That's got to be huge. What the heck?
I don't know. Puerto Rico's a pretty small little country, so it might fit in a big box.
Oh, that'd be a mighty big box. It'd be a mighty big box.
I wonder if he's going to ship it. I wonder if he's going to ship it to Timu.
He's going to ship it Timu. Yeah. Can you sell Puerto Rico on Timu? Interesting. Or Amazon, either one. Probably costs more on Amazon though. Cody Kramer, my comments are like a week behind the flow of the conversation. Sorry. Nah, that's cool, man. I'm probably way behind the comments. I haven't went down that far. I'm sorry. I'm just having fun. And I will get to your comments. I will. Or if I don't, I'm sorry. Girl in the semi. Crap. I duplicated my comment. Well, why don't you duplicate that comment? That would have been funny. Crap, I duplicated my comment. Crap, I duplicated my comment. Crap, I duplicated my comment. Don't spam me with that, but that would be funny. Joe Mack, Coca-Cola is hiring truck drivers in Puerto Rico, $11 an hour. Okay, Joe Mack. Are you a truck driver? I'm just curious. Because no truck driver in their right mind is taking $11 an hour. I'm just saying. I could be wrong. Tell me, guys. Is any truck driver out there taking $11 an hour? I wouldn't do it. That's horrible. Oh, wait. Let's see who that is. Knock. All right, guys. I'm gonna bring our special guest on. Just get ready because he's gonna bring the fire, bring the rain, probably bring some poo-poo along the way. All right. Introducing the one, the only Boss Man. How you doing, Boss Man?
Not bad, John. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing good. How'd you like that intro?
I loved it. I loved it. Look, I got to take exception to one thing. You didn't read the comment right that I left, and you haven't gotten to the one I left after your question. You were talking about buses and RVs with the CDL.
Yeah. Yes.
Explain something to me really quickly.
Okay.
If you're not required to have a CDL, as you claim, for these bus-style RVs that we see floating around Florida and the rest of the country, why in the hell do you have to have a B-class CDL to drive a Greyhound bus?
Because it's a commercial vehicle. It hauls people. It's made to do business.
More than 15 passengers.
Right, but
Yep.
at the same time, you have to classify yourself as a Class B CDL holder, and you have to certify that you can operate a motor vehicle that operates pressurized vessel brakes or air brakes. You have to
Yes.
certify you know how to operate a vehicle with air brakes. Therefore, you're
They don't have
required
air
to do the
brakes.
same thing with the Provost style RVs that have
No.
air brakes.
I
They
could
do
be
have air
wrong.
brakes.
I could be wrong, but I doubt it. From everybody I've ever talked to, because I talked to a
All right.
lot of the RB guys, and I'm telling you, somebody Google that and put it in the comment section. I'm
No,
telling you,
we don't have
you
to
don't.
If you're watching this live,
We don't need to
and you
Google
know
it.
for sure the answer to that question, comment in the chat and let us know. But I'm almost positive, John, that if you own like an RV that's a Provost with air brakes, you
Nope.
have to get a Class B CDL at the very least to operate that.
I don't agree, but we'll see.
Boss man, boss man, I'm going to tell you right now, I am a commercial driver. I also have a passenger endorsement, which means I can drive anything except for an accordion bus.
Right.
And if people don't know what accordion buses are, then they should check out big cities like New York,
New York City or
down
Los
in
Angeles.
Texas.
Yeah.
Well, all,
Yeah.
all you need is
Yeah.
a combination to haul one of those. You just drive one of those.
Well, no,
Well, I don't know
you have
that,
to be
but I
trained in
think-
one. You have to take a test. I did find
You
that
might
out.
not have to you might not have to have a CDL for a commercial vehicle as in a Class A, but to drive those with air brakes, you do have to have a Class B because
No, you
have
don't.
to demonstrate
No, you
to DOT
don't.
that you know how to operate a vehicle with air brakes.
No,
Guys,
No,
light
boss
up
man,
the
you do
light up the comment section, guys. Light it up. I want 100
let me know.
comments in there
I
telling
wanna
him
know.
he's wrong. I'm telling you.
I
All right,
promise you, I know the rule on that because
my
I've already
show.
went through that whenever
I-
I got my passenger endorsement
just like
years
my
ago.
show. Prove them wrong or prove me right. One way or the other. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear this.
Well, no, in the comments, prove me right or prove him wrong. That's what you're gonna do. All right. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
So-
remember whose show this is. I'm sorry.
so, Alien Magi says, "How do I deal with a truck that tailgates my car, even though I'm driving slightly over the speed limit?" What lane are you in? That would be my question. If you're in the left lane, get over to the right and let him pass you. If you're in the right lane, speed up a little bit and let him give him a chance to pass.
Well, if he's
They
already
shouldn't be-
going a little over the speed limit, I'll tell you what I tell my wife all the time. It works for her. If
Don't
you're
ever
being
hit your
tailgated-
brakes.
Don't ever hit your brakes. Exactly. If you're being tailgated, the best thing to do is put your hazard lights on and let off the gas. Make them make their
What?
first move.
Actually, you know, if you put your hazard lights on and you don't even let off the gas, most semi trucks will get annoyed and they'll go around you anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not sure that's perfectly legal. But Trucking City Media says, "Hi, Wipey." Okay, now we got people saying hi to each other. You know, you shouldn't be calling people that are commenting on my lives Wipey. That's just not right, man. I'm gonna tell your wife on you.
There's nothing wrong with that. You call
yeah.
your wife wifey, that's fine.
Actually, I don't think I've ever called my wife Wipey. A lot of other names, all good ones, of course,
Oh, okay.
because she's a saint.
I got a lot of pet names, but I don't use them online. Thank you.
Debbie Jeffrey says, "Happy, happy, happy." All righty.
All right.
Let me ask you a question,
As long
Debbie.
as, I wonder if she's happy.
Well, are we quoting a song? Because I might get a copyright strike if I do that. Just saying. All right. I can't read that name. It's obviously not a name I can read. I think it's Kevin, and I'll leave it at that. Sorry, you have a. You have a dented head? My head look dented to you? Hang on. My head look dented to you?
I think he's talking about Frank.
I don't know. Frank, you got a dented head? You've been banging your head on the wall again?
He's talking about
I told you to stop banging your head on the wall, Frank. Oh my goodness. God bless you. Thank you, Kevin. You just caused an intervention so he stops hitting his head on the wall. We really appreciate that. Man. Wow, Kevin, he saved the day right there. Woo! Go, Kevin. Alan Magi says, you guys are legends. Ha ha. I love the responses. Legends are old. Oh, wait, I am old. Okay. I'll move along now.
I'm a legend in my own
look
mind.
who's in the
I carry
house.
myself very well, thank you.
I am not a legend in my own mind. I'm a real bad not legend in my mind. Franklin Earl Frazier. Any relation
third.
to it doesn't say the third, it just says Franklin Earl Frazier. But wasn't there a famous boxer named Frazier?
Spelt differently.
Oh, I was gonna have some fun with that one. How you doing, Franklin? Nice to see you come in. Cody says, unless he's talking about Greyhound buses. No, he's not talking about Greyhound buses. Yes, you need a CDL for that. But we're talking about the RVs. So, and then Trucking City Media, which it's weird. He's commenting and he's on here. I don't know why. He's hitting me from both sides here. But
Yeah.
Alien Magi says, I think that's just the green screen glitching. Are we referring to the dent in Frank's head again? No, that's not the green screen. He does have a dent because when he spends too much time talking to me, he just goes. Because, I do that to people. Matter of fact, right now, there are 135 people banging their head on a table watching my live as we speak. I just dent people's heads. It happens, just saying. I thought it was over 2,600 or 26,000 pounds, Joe Mack. Hey, Joe Mack, you're back. Joe Mack is back, or he never left. I don't know which. But
26,001 pounds requires a CDL only if you're hauling commercial.
Right. But if it's an RV and it's a recreational vehicle by its own name, means it's a personal vehicle. It's not a commercial vehicle, so it can't get a CDL. You don't need a CDL to drive it because it's not a commercial vehicle. So,
well, see, now that don't make really any sense because if you're driving a vehicle whose core basis for stopping is based on an air brake system you have no knowledge of, how can you operate it safely?
All right, boss man, here. You've flared up the nostrils of the grumpy old trucker.
Yeah, I can't read the comments, so I'm
going to read it right now. So. I'm going to read it right now. Girl in a Semi says, in California, it's called a non-commercial Class A license for those bigger RVs and horse trailers. But that's only in California. I've talked to people in Florida, in Pennsylvania, in Virginia. I think I was out in Illinois one time when I talked to a guy in an RV. All of them.
Thank you to Girl in a Semi for coming to my rescue. I knew I was kind of right in a sense.
Okay,
but
yes, but that has to deal with that state only.
Right, not all states do it, but
Yeah, but see, if I drive my semi in California, I don't need their license. That's only people that live in California. So,
but see, the point that I raised, though, I think is a very valid one. You opened the show with talking about ways to solve our traffic problems. Well, when you think about it, what I'm saying right now and what Girl in a Semi just proved is that right there is, in addition to your idea, a great idea. When you put people behind wheels vehicles that they don't know how to operate, you have problems, not only with traffic, but accidents. Bingo.
All right. The next comment is just for you two, not for me, okay? Duck Yandy says, what are these old heads yapping about? You sound like an old head. What are you yapping about up in here? All right.
According to what I just heard, I don't have much of a head because part of it's missing.
Okay, you got me on that one. Alien Magic says trucks. Joe Mack. I'm trying to read all the comments, guys. I will catch up eventually. I'm just having too much fun right now. Yes, but without truckers, we don't have anything to eat. Hey, let's see if I can do this. Confetti? Ah, there it is.
There it is.
And then fireworks. Ah, that's right, Joe Mack. You must be a truck driver or someone that supports trucking, which either way, you're good by me. So, Joe Mack says, we're going to use the tractor trailer. It's not a country, it's a territory of the United States. Oh, he's talking about Puerto Rico.
I was going to say, he looks like the one that was commenting about Puerto Rico.
Right. He's right. It's not a country. It's a territory of the United States. It's also known as a Commonwealth, which is, for those that don't know this, which is also the same as Pennsylvania and Virginia and a few other states. So, but Puerto Rico isn't technically a state. They are a territory. So, but how are you going to put that territory in a box? That's what I want to know. I'm just saying.
And
that'd be a mighty big
cost
box
to ship it by T-Moo-Moo-Moo.
Again, there's another comment just for you two. Guys, it's my show. Start making comments for me. Greg, the Syrup King, says, stinky. That's for you two. You guys stink, must be.
Okay, I guess I just got John's honest opinion as
I
me.
smell
All
fresh.
right, I hear you.
Greg, the Syrup King, said it, not me. Don't blame me. Joe Max says, yes, but you have to understand that the cost of living here is way cheap. Oh, that's probably true. You can buy a decent house for less than 100,000. Are you trying to get everybody to move to Puerto Rico? Because a house for under 100,000 and you can work for $11 an hour. I mean, that's not out of whack at all. I mean, $11 an hour, $100,000 house. That's where we were, what, 5, 8, 10 years ago? So, or 3.5 years ago, whatever. Cody says, moving along, they have a passenger endorsement. Again, it depends on the state. I don't know that but I know for Florida, Virginia, the people I talk to, I forget the states I said earlier, but not all of them need a passenger. I went and looked at an RV at one point because I was going to rent one. It was one of those huge ones, cost like mega bucks, more bucks than I'll probably ever make. And I asked the guy, do I need special licenses? He said, no, you need no special license. He said, we will give you, the RV dealership will give you a driving, like how to drive this thing type of test before you leave, but that's not required by the state. That was just because I was renting one from them. So, Joe Max says hydraulics over air. Again, I think he's talking about
possible.
Some of I think what he's saying is some of them have hydraulics over air, but more of them that are made today have air brakes pretty standard.
No, I don't think so.
Depends on
I don't think that's true in a RV, actually.
About the only ones that's really going to have air to them is going to be like the ones I was just talking about earlier, which is the ones that like the movie stars or the big singers, like country music singers.
Buses, but yeah, they're buses anyway. So yeah.
Dan Arnold on YouTube says a turbine pickup. I don't know what that means, but maybe that's another name for an RV. I don't know. And then Sean Herndon, I'll just say Sean, says you are wrong, Frank. And see, I told you guys were wrong. He even said it. You are wrong. There you go.
Wait a minute. Who's he talking about? That's the problem. Come on back, Sean, and let us know who you're talking about.
You guys are both wrong. By the way, I'm driving with John. That's the grumpy old trucker. And down below is Boss Man from Trucking City Media. And if you haven't checked out our channels and subscribed and hit the thumbs up, then you must hate truckers, and we're going to tell everybody on you. All right. Not like threatening people, right? Matt Damon. Wait, is that right? Matt Damon? Is that a famous actor, Matt Damon? I don't know.
Spelled a little different, but
keep right, except to pass. Yes, of course. That's true for cars too, Matt Damon. Keep right unless you're going to pass somebody. You know, it's
Mhm.
funny. They always give trouble to truckers that are in the left lane. We're allowed to pass, and that's what we do.
Yes.
And some of us take too long. I get it. I get the frustration. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're all perfect. We're not. But
I brought this up in a live here in a while back.
cars
We have legally
sitting out,
2 miles.
depending on the state. Some states you can be in the left lane. There is no rule. But my point is, cars sit in the left lane and they drive for hundreds of miles with nobody around them in the left lane. But nobody complains about that. I see it all the time. So, you know, if you're going to sit here and hold us to that standard, and yes, we should be to a higher standard because we are commercial truck drivers. I get it. Car drivers need to also stay in the right lane unless you're passing. So,
yeah, we are professionals.
well, you are. I'm pretty sure I proved tonight I'm not. Alien Magi says, you've been hanging out this whole live. I really appreciate you. I've never seen you live before. Really do appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe. I'd like to see you in more videos. Actually, the tailgating happened to me on a 2-lane road. I couldn't move to the other lane. I suppose I could have stopped somewhere to let them pass. Yeah, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am. There are truck drivers out here that just drive crazy. I mean, today we were having a conversation, and I mean, no bad by this. I'm not insulting these type of drivers, but we did have a conversation today about how cattle haulers or cattle haulers. You know, you didn't know what cattle haulers are. The ones hauling like cattle and sheep and
Livestock haulers.
Livestock haulers. That's the word I was looking for. I'm just a trucker. I don't know these complicated words like livestock. So
You haven't been in the business long enough.
I call them cattle haulers. I always have. I don't care if they're hauling pigs. They're cattle haulers. But you get those guys and they're flying. Okay. And, you know, I asked a guy today, I said, why does that happen? And he told me because they actually, like, we run on very strict schedules, but they are on an insane schedule. Like their schedules, they have to get to it. They can't screw around. So, I
think the reason you mentioned, if I recall, the reason you mentioned was because of feeding. If you don't feed them, they lose too much weight.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, oh, that's right. You were on the phone with me.
That would be a good comment for Girl in the Semi because she's known some people. Actually, her and I had a conversation about that.
Why they drive like crazy people?
Oh, John, let me dovetail up with something you were talking about at the start of your show.
Okay, well, the person that you called wifey is now laughing at you. I just want to say that. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But no, the thing I wanted to talk about real quick is what you mentioned at the start of the show, which was all premise of your show, and that's, you know, building truck only lanes. And you remember you read one of my comments and it said something about permits. Yes. What I was referring to is the simple fact that the biggest problem that any department, you know, pick a state, anyone would run into, the DOT, would be the permitting and the actual zonage to actually get that kind of a project built. Because if you remember not long ago on my channel, I remember reading off the stats about the costs and the length of time that Route 66 took to be constructed. Now think about it. If you were to go with, you know, truck only lanes all over the country in a big network, like, you know, like what your commenter was suggesting,
yes,
that would be an undertaking that would probably take similar, if not longer, and a hell of a lot more money than the stats I mentioned on my video. As you remember, it was over a decade, and it was back in the 40s. It was over $328 million.
Yes, but let me point out
problems associated not only with the time, but the permits alone with trying to get that kind of crap cleared up and done. Think about that.
But let me point out for a second. I know what you're saying, and you're true. That's true. But let me point out for a second. A bridge can fall in Philadelphia, and in a month they can have it open again. If you can do that on I-95, then guess what? The permit process is obviously can be worked around. Get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, imagine the amount
Yeah.
of logistics headaches involved in that. I mean, it's going to take a long freaking time.
so Cody's weighing in on the Greyhound thing. We weren't arguing about Greyhounds. Pretty sure Greyhound is Class B with passenger endorsement. Looking at the website, yes, they are.
Mhm.
We were talking about RVs, recreational
Yeah.
vehicles.
Yes.
That's what we were referring to. But yeah, Greyhounds, you do need a Class B with.
Man, all this talk
Passenger
about
endorsement.
RVs is making me hungry. Oh, that's Arby's. I'm sorry.
Like, really, come on now.
Frank, go bang your head a couple more times.
Yeah,
Okay,
All right.
hang on.
we did a few more tests.
Joe Max says, and the smell of burning diesel fuel reminds me that I'm back out on the road. Oh, okay. So he is a truck driver. All right, cool.
Deal.
Mm.
Hey, Joe. I have never seen you in live. At least I'm pretty sure I haven't. Make sure that you do go down and subscribe. I like your comments. I like how active you are on here. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try. Okay, I will. Rosa Del Monte. Is that right? Rosa Del Monte?
No, Rosa Del Monte.
That's what I just said. Rosa. Really? You're just gonna repeat what I said and say I didn't say it? Okay. I see how you are.
I said it
Joe
That's
better.
how you two operate. That's how you two operate. Notice that's why I'm down here. Notice that's why I'm down here incognito. You know.
Joe Max says, "How do you know down there? Stop looking at the screen." Joe Max says, and that's where the concrete roof.
Okay.
He's from Puerto Rico. I'm guessing he's talking about, I don't know, something to do with trucking concrete roofs. I have no idea that one. That one's got me. He thinks he's a professional. LOL. No, I never claimed to be a professional. Not me, not a professional. Nope. Actually, I am a professional truck driver because I get paid to do it. That makes me a professional. I'm also a professional YouTuber, apparently. I don't know. Alan or Alien. Why do I keep saying Alan? Sorry. Alien Magi says, I did subscribe. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Make sure that you
Don't
go check
forget
out
about
Grumpy
me.
Trucker. Hey. Go subscribe to the guy with a dent in his head. You know he's got to be funny and grumpy and weird. And then down below is Truckin' City Media. You got to watch that channel. I'm telling you. Boss man, definitely. I'm not sure what that is.
Not to cut you off, John, but I'd already put up stuff on my social media, and unfortunately, my schedule has me driving.
No, I know. I
through
told.
the night, so yeah.
I already announced that. I know.
Yeah, I take my job on YouTube seriously too, but it's just some things you can't get away from.
No, I know. Me too. Trust me, I get it. All right, guys. So, Lorianne says, without truckers, I could not have my soft batch cookies or Oreos. LOL. Yes, that is true. Along with your clothes, your car, your house, your food, your couch, your table, everything.
Or a special drawer in the refrigerator.
Or a special drawer that holds Reese's cups. That name will not be mentioned on YouTube for your trucker husband. All right. And then Grumpy Trucker says, remember, it's trucks that... Really?
I knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do that.
I didn't touch that.
Yeah, I knew you'd do that.
That is not me.
Okay.
That was me, dude. That was me.
Yeah, stop doing that. Don't comment there. Comment somewhere else. All right. So, yeah. Yeah. It says it like 16 times. Thanks. Marianne is laughing. Magi says, I have to go, guys. Great stream. Have a good one. Hey, thanks for coming in. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you go check out these other channels and make sure you subscribe.
We got a few more on here.
Yeah, okay. We'll move along.
Yell
The next comment.
sweet.
The next comment is on Facebook, and I'm not going to post it because it has, well, what the heck? I'll go ahead and post it. So Erica says, Petey hears your voice, John, and he says hi. Hi, Petey. Petey Pumpkin Eater. Just so you know, that's my wife, and Petey's our cat. Just so you know. I have no idea.
For Ronaldo.
For Ronaldo. For Ronaldo! I don't know. Sounds like a cry I would make, right? Don't forget to subscribe to Driving with John. Thank you, Franklin. Earl Brazier. I really do appreciate you saying that. Wait, do I have another guest in here? Wait, did he drop out?
Boss man
Yes.
is dropped.
Yes, I love
Oh.
that
He
shit
is back.
on my T-Mobile side.
Oh, he's back. All right. Franklin says, don't forget to subscribe. That's true, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Driving with John, Grumpy Old Trucker, Boss Man, which is Trucking City Media, or check out That's Trucking, or Worldwide of Trucking, I think it is, something like that. He's got more channels than I do brains. So, and then he says, it's good enough. Haha. Thank you, trucker. No problem. Thank you, Argentina. Argentina. I'm a trucker. Argentina M10 fan person. Woo! Go Ronaldo! All right. Guys, it's been over an hour. I appreciate you hanging out with us and having a good time. Make sure you do subscribe, like, follow, all of that good stuff. Remember, truckers are people too. See ya.